Hi and welcome to another episode, and what we've got here is a Nintendo Entertainment System knockoff cartridge thingy, 501. You've seen me use it already on this video and I've got my NES, but I want to show you something interesting about this because I was wanting to know what was inside. So let's open it up. Get a trusty screwdriver. First screw. Maybe I should have got my blue mat out, but it's a lazy day. There we go. This one come out or not? There we go, that's the one. Right, so I pop the back off carefully because there's a couple of tabs at the top. Actually there's 3 tabs. So what we're looking at now is actually the front of the case. And we have something of interest here. We've actually got a Famicom to NES adapter inside here. So all this is just empty space. And that comes in really handy for me. So we'll peel this away because it's got some black gluey bits. As you can see, it's just an adapter. But we need to understand something about this. This is the front of the case. So on this adapter there is a couple of notches that fit just right. There we go, you can see one's a little bit higher up than the one on the other side, even though they look kind of the same. But we can also look down at the pins here though. There's the, well, not necessarily pins, the edge connector, that's what I'm after. There's a bit there that's sort of joined together, so it looks kind of like the letter N. So remember that, because that's actually facing the back of the case, so you know you're looking down. But then when we pull out this would fit straight into a Famicom, which is of interest. But that's actually the front of a Famicom cartridge. That's the back, and we know that what the back on this is because it too has a couple of ends. So ends face the back of the cartridge, if it's going into the real system, if that makes sense. So if I was going to put this in the Famicom and it was facing me and everything, I'd put it in that way. So here comes the interesting bit. I have, surprise surprise, a Famiclone, which you've seen in a couple of videos I believe, but here's one, and this is the cartridge that came with it. Yeah, let's move the back of the NES one out of the way for a minute so I've got some more space to play with. So what can we do with these? Well, what we can do is pop these open and use these on a NES, or we could pop one of these open and use what was actually inside the NES one inside a Famicom or Famiclone. Well, since this is the one that came with the Famiclone that I got, let's pop that open. So that's why we need this. Just sort of push it apart with your hand a little bit and then drive in the spludger, or guitar pick type thing. This is a spludger, but you get the idea, and then run it around carefully because you don't want to snap the tabs that are inside. There we go, and we end up with one like this. This is the front of the cartridge. So if we're going to put it in here, we put it in like that because we actually want it to face the back of the NES cartridge. So we'll just put that one back for now because that's what that one looks like. Let's have a look at another one. Just pop it all the way around. As I say, be careful with the tabs that are actually in here. Don't want to really snap them off. I think I already have on one of the cartridges that I was playing around with. So this one's wider like the other ones are. So again, on this one, I want it to go in this way, because it actually says front side, but that's the front side for a Famicom, but it should face the back on a NES. And plug it in like that. I could swap that over, put that back in there, put the back on, put the screws in, and there you go. That's how easy it is. Now, the one thing I want to point out is that it cost like £12 just for one of these, but it cost £14 to get the 500 games and the full-size cartridge. So get the full-size cartridge and do it that way, because sometimes the Famicom clone ones are cheaper, as in that one's got 852 games on it, and that cost me £18. So you might want to do it that way. I have seen that there's maybe some mods to do to the NES so that it accepts Famicom games better with more audio or something along those lines. So I'm going to do an episode on that sometime in the future. It'd be really nice if you had a look down below in the description for the Discord link, the Patreon link, hitting that subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell, all that fun stuff that you're supposed to do when you've enjoyed someone's video. But as always, happy gaming!